Hi, it's me, Bob, again. Thank you for coming back to my site. I wanted to get two more miracles on record, and then I'll stop with the miracles because I think we're getting close to a very important situation with Hamas and Hezbollah versus Israel. So we'll start dealing with that. But as I said, there were two miracles that I wanted to get down on this YouTube because, as I said, I had a lot of miracles happen to me and really hadn't had a chance to discuss them with really anybody. So the first one is the first miracle that really happened to me. And this was in January or early February in 1981. It's not spectacular, but I do remember it as the first miracle. It was freezing at that time, and I was living in an apartment that had one of those wall combination heater air conditioners. Um, and the heater wasn't working on that wall unit. And I remember, like I said, it was absolutely freezing at that time. Even though it was Florida, it was freezing. So what I had to do was turn on the oven and the burners on top of the oven to get some heat so that I could sleep that night. And I thought that was the only solution I had. And then I heard the Lord say to me, try the heater on the wall unit. So I got up out of bed and I turned it on, and guess what happened? Nothing. It didn't work. Went back to bed, got wrapped with the blankets and stuff. And again, I heard the Lord say to me, try the heater again. And I figured, okay. Um, so I got up and I went over to the wall unit and I turned on the heater, and once again, nothing happened. Uh, and then for the third time, I heard the Lord say, I want you to try it one more time. Now, if you know some stories in the Bible, God asked people to do things three times, and that's what he had just asked me to do. So I went over to the wall unit reluctantly, uh, and I turned on the heater, and the heat that came out of that wall unit was like a furnace. I mean, it almost knocked me over. It was so hot. Um, so that's what happened. That was my first miracle that happened. I had just been saved probably a couple days before that happened, and I didn't forget that. The next miracle that happened was one day I was walking to work, um, and I had a stack of papers in my hand, and it was pretty windy that day. And as I got to, well, I got halfway to work down this road I was walking, and a gust of wind blew all of those papers out of my hand all over the street. I mean, it was a mess. Uh, and I remember saying to the Lord, within that stack of papers, there was one paper that I needed more than all the other papers. I had to have that sheet of paper. And I don't remember how I asked the Lord, but I had sort of asked him, can you get me that one paper? So I bent over to begin picking up the sheets of paper that was scattered on the street. And all of a sudden, the wind changed direction. And I saw this sheet of paper skipping over the concrete toward me. And as I bent over to reach for any sheet of paper that was near me, this sheet of paper that was skipping over the concrete had skipped right into my outstretched hand. Uh, I don't need to tell you which paper that was. And that was another miracle. Okay?